Okay folks, first we have in this latest edition of a toy haul video. This is for August/September toy haul from a lot of sources. And the first is a Tila figure I purchased off of Amazon. And many of you know this is somewhat of an old Masterverse figure now. It came out a few years ago. And see the bio right there. You can pause and read that. Alright, box art. Sticking with Masters of the Universe. Another figure I got off of Amazon, I think, is Grizzlor. Masterverse Grizzlor here. The side of the box right there. Back of the box, packaging. I hope you can see that. You can pause the button. There's artwork on the back, figures on the back. That particular series. And I also purchased a Shadow Weaver figure. I think this is from Amazon also. Finally had a first Shadow Weaver figure in my collection. Ever. I wasn't able to purchase any of the Super 7 Shadow Weavers or the Masters of the Universe Classic Shadow Weaver, which was the first Shadow Weaver figure, by the way, that came out. Sticking to Masters of the Universe. Here's one of the newer ones right here. New Eternia Man-at-Arms. There's the side. Hope you can see that pretty good. I had to cut off some of my lights because they were providing. You could see the image of the lights on the boxes, so I can turn them back on whenever I do out of the packaging reviews. But while I'm doing the figures, I can turn the lights back on. But they just have a tendency to shine on the boxes. And also some Origins and Ollies for a discounted price of around $15. You can't see it, it's torn right there. I was able to purchase a Clamp Champ figure, Origins Clamp Champ figure, from a local Ollie store. You see the back, you see Clamp Champ fighting Ninja or King Randor in the background. Of course, that comes from the mini comic setting from the Search for Keldor mini comic in the original series. And I finally have Panther in my collection now, Origins Panther, that is. I held off on Panther for a while. I was trying to find a flock Panther with the flock fur, but I could not find. I think they do have a flock Panther, but I decided to settle for this one. You see the box art in the back. Got them at a local Ollie's too. You can save at Ollie's. And I only paid $19 for them. Alright. And you got some wrestling figures. WWE figures I purchased. This is a new figure right here, Katana Chance. First time, she's the first time in the line figure. Katana Chance. Also, that Katana Chance is purchased at a local Walmart, by the way. And Indy Hartwell, I'm sorry. I can't remember where I purchased her from, but got her for only $9.99, as you can see. Can't remember where I got this figure from. I thought it was from a local Walmart too, I think. And now, wrestling again. Molly Holly. One of two versions of this figure. This figure came out about a couple of years ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I purchased this figure at a local bargain hunt. She only paid $13 for her. That's the deal. And I purchased some Dungeons and Dragons cartoon figures from the same bargain hunt. As you see, I have here, what is his name? Hank. Right here. Dungeons and Dragons cartoon from the 1980s. And yes, it does have a bio on the side. It's kind of hard to see. Serving as the leader and eldest of the group is Hank. The ranger uses a bow and arrow as his weapon, defeating dragons and enemies on the group's quest. And the rest of it's in Spanish. The back of it, see the other two figures. Diana is, by the way, I reviewed her earlier on this channel. And here you have Bobby right here, and his unicorn, pet unicorn. And only paid $9.99 for both of these cartoon figures. Bobby's bio, let me see if I can see what it says for him. It says, Bobby the Barbarian and his sidekick, Uni, the unicorn, are always ready for battle. Are always ready for battle the forces of evil. A little arrow in the wording there. You can see, let me see, as you can see how Hasbro didn't really word. A little bit of a typo there. And there's Bobby and Uni on the back. So you're really getting two action figures when you purchase this guy. You get him and his pet unicorn. And here's Ollie's. Also at Ollie's, these are, the line might be discontinued already, but I was able to find a Luka Doncic figure at a local Ollie's also. And look at it, our price, $7.99. Isn't that amazing? $7.99 is all I paid for them. And imagine when these figures first came out, they were around $50. $49.99 was the asking price when they originally debuted. And now Hasbro, now look, now they're in discount stores such as Ollie's right now. As you see the word Ollie's right there, you can get them awfully cheap. They also had a Joel Embiid and who was someone else. I forgot who the other one is, but I didn't purchase those guys because I already have those in my collection. So I didn't have a Luka Doncic, and I got a great deal on them. $7.99. Batman. This character I'm not familiar with, and he's not in the 1966 Batman series, but Lord Deathman. How many of you are familiar with this character? Right now, the Batman 66 series by McFarlane Toys is just now concentrating on not just on the characters that made an appearance in the 66 TV show, but just Batman characters in general. And I don't remember seeing this guy ever. In the Batman 66 show with Adam West and Burt Ward is Batman and Robin. I'm not familiar with this character at all. Maybe in the comment section, some of you can probably explain who he is. And I got some Apex Legend figures. Right here, this is Crypto. Only paid $12 for him, as you can see. I got this at a local bargain hunt store. You see the back of it right there, his bio right there. And at the same bargain hunt store, I also purchased this female astronaut figure known as Watson. And you can see her here. Her accessory she comes with, and she was only $12 also. Watson. And I purchased this guy at a local toy store, and you all are familiar with him, by the way. This is Fei Long of the Street Fighter series. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Fei Long. I wanted to go after others. There were some more Street Fighter figures, but Fei Long was the only figure that they had, Street Fighter figure that they had for the g.i.joe Toys Street Fighter figures. And I have Marvel Legends. Well, if you want to call it Marvel Legends, it's still kind of like Legends. Jack-o'-lantern figure from a local Walmart. And you see the back of it right there. Alright. We have some Star Wars Black Series figures, a couple of those. I finally got my first action figure of a Mandalorian. No Baby Yoda this time. And I have my first figure of Sabine. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. Star Wars Black figures. She's related to, kind of has a connection to the Mandalorian series in a way. She was a Mandalorian herself. She was a Mandalorian herself. And g.i.joe Classified series. Techno Viper figure. Right there. And another Marvel Legend. We have this guy, by the way. Blue Marvel. He kind of reminds me of Robbie Robertson, Peter Parker's second in command behind J. Jonah Jameson at the Daily Bugle. I think that's who his face sculpt reminds me of. The look-wise, he reminds me of Robbie Robertson. And some more g.i.joe Classified. We have the Dreadnought known as Torch. I finally got one of the Dreadnoughts in my collection. Marvel Legend version of it. His name is Egghead also, just like the Batman Egghead from the TV series. Egghead. I purchased this figure at a local Walmart also. And Axel. Streets of Rage figure, Axel. Many of you already, sorry for my camera being tilted. I apologize for that. Many of you have already seen this figure already in my What's in Store series video. So I purchased them also. And more Marvel Legends. Back to Ollie's again. Our price $9.99. And this is from the WandaVision TV series, Agent Jimmy Woo. Also got him at an Ollie's. Sticking to Marvel Legends again. We have Thor, Love and Thunder figure. Valkyrie, King Valkyrie. That is. Back of the packaging. Alright. Back to g.i.joe Classified. A retro Rakundo figure. I purchased Rakundo for the first time. The g.i.joe Jungle Specialist. Rakundo. Alright. And new Eternity of Triclops. I reviewed the first Masterverse Triclops that came out earlier on this channel. and I might compare this one to the older one in a comparison video. And I had to purchase these guys, Homer and Bart Simpson. These new Simpson figures, they're out, by the way. You can get them at your local Walmart. Homer and not really the regular Bart, but this is Bart Man. I was looking for a regular Bart, but they didn't have regular Bart, so I settled for Bart Man and Homer. And finally, I think, yes, one more figure. I'm sorry, not one more figure, I got a couple of more. This was at Ollie's too. $3.99. Look at the character right here. That's more like a keychain though, instead of an actual toy, but still pretty cool. It can be like a keychain. I forgot the character's name, but it's more like a keychain than an actual toy, but you got a comic book behind it. So, I'm not sure if many of you know that this exists, but here you see it right here. And then, back at the comic book store, known as the Bat Cave, by the way, local comic book store known as Bat Cave. Here we have an Action Force figure, the Bone Collector, Action Force figure, villain right here. Action Force Valveverse, as you know, is the company. He has his bio on the back. And finally, at a local Walmart, a horror figure, Michael Myers, Halloween Ends, as it begins next month, in the month of October. In the insert, you see Halloween Ends, Michael Myers, and of course by NECA Toys, of course. And the back of the package is kind of, my copy was kind of torn a little bit, as you can see. I purchased it out of Walmart, by the way. And that's it, folks. That's it for the all the latest haul from different areas, from Walmart, Ollie's, online stores. I hope you all enjoyed this latest toy haul video. And that's it, and everyone have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video.